Good afternoon, ladies and gentle tips. How are we all doing? Hope you're absolutely fine and dandy, because I tell you what, I certainly am. Now, don't worry, those are just apple seeds. Yes, I know some of you are probably thinking, what the bloody hell is that doing there? Are they mouse droppings? No, they're apple seeds. I've got a little parcel arrived. Do you know what? Let me just explain what happened, and then we'll go from there. So, let me explain exactly what happened, right? I've got this parcel turned up in the post, but let's backtrack slightly and go back in time. Now, I've been looking everywhere, right? eBay, all over the place, for second-hand cars, you know, to play around with and get running. But, for some reason, everybody's got loads and loads of money, and they're just buying old broken nitro cars for silly prices. I mean, there was an old Rush. It had, the engine was out of it. They didn't know if it ran. The wheels were off the left side of it. I don't think it had the cover for the radio gear. Had no radio gear. I looked at that on eBay. I thought that might be nice for a little bit of a project. Make a few videos. Watched it. Got to the end. Sold for £126. Well, I ain't paying nowhere near that for that. A few other ones, same sort of scenario. So then I scratched my old head. I went like that. I went, what the bloody hell am I going to do? Thought to myself, let's not waste money here. Let's invest it wisely. Let's buy some rubbish to put on the Carnage. So I did. That's what's inside this packet. In here is a 2-speed gearbox. Yep. It's not just that though. There's more. A bell end. Yep. 2-speed bell end to accompany said 2-speed gearbox. Let's put it on, shall we? Yep. I think we will. Now this, in case you hadn't realised, is an FTX Carnage. Lovely, lovely little car. One of my favourite. What I got? I got this for the bloody £50 wine voucher. What's that all about? Huh. I tried using one of them coupons before, and you have to sign up to a load of crap and all this rubbish and marketing and all sorts. They want all your details to sell off to some Chinese people that are gonna clone your money, clone your identity, and all sorts. Ain't worth doing. But anyway, that come in the packet with me bits and bobs. But anyway, so I bought these from Wheelspin Models. I like Wheelspin Models. A very nice company, a very nice shop. And believe it or not, they're actually cheaper. Well, at the time of me buying these, right, it might not be when you look, but at the time, it was cheaper to buy these genuine FTX parts from Wheelspin Models than it was to buy them directly from FTX for some reason. So I just chose to get them from Wheelspin. So, we've got the 2-speed gearbox and the bell end. We need the clutch bell. We can't run the single-speed clutch bell with a 2-speed gearbox because it simply won't work. So we have to do that. Let's turn it over. We need to undo 4 bolts. 4 of them. And that should just go out of there like that. So let's undo them. There's probably more to it. It's probably going to be a bit gay, but we'll get there. And then we've got to take it. Well, we've got to take the engine out anyway. Change that bell end. So let's undo them as well. Yeah, we've got to change the old bell end. We can't not change it. It's got to be done. It's got to be done, I tell you. So, just get it done, shall we? Thank you.
Hey man, how the hell you doing? I've been just fine, living life with the noose, and in my mind, all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel like everyone's a stranger.
Alright then, let's take this out. We take the engine out. and then we can take the gearbox out. Oh, got to disconnect that. Mustn't forget to disconnect that. Alright. That's the wrong one for that. Nope, that's also the wrong one for that. What the bloody hell's going on here? So what? Someone's put these in the wrong bloody order. Who's been at them? Who's been at them? Maybe that was the right one. That was the right one. What a dick. Right. Alright, so engine's out, so we can change that bell in a minute. Right, and we need a little Allen. That one. To take that, because that can come out of there. Should go more. There we go. That's it. And we're now disconnected. All we've got to do is take out the props. There we go. Prop and prop. Lovely. There we go. One single speed gearbox. And here in this packet, and if you want the part number, it's FTX 6435. 64. Come on. 6435. If you want that part number. And here is a 2-speed. Love it, man. Look at that. Identical, apart from it's got 2 cogs in it. Yeah, 2 spurs. And a little adjuster there, so we can adjust when it changes gear. But I'm going to leave it like that for obvious reasons. Don't play with that kind of stuff until you've actually been using it. And the brakes are already on there. This brakes has got oil all over it. Look, no wonder they worked at all, to be honest with you. They've got oil all over them. Weird, isn't it? I wonder how they got there. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with this single speed box. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So I'm going to keep that as a spare, a backup. This 2-speed one, obviously. Oh, I didn't realise that. It's already got the little arm on there. I didn't realise that. So, actually, I know what I'm going to do, because I want to leave that in the same place. So I'm going to take this little arm off of here, and we'll just put that on the other one, and we'll put that in there. So that prop, has it got bolts in the bottom? No. Right, just checking. That has to go there. Right, that prop needs to go in there, and that one needs to go in there. That one needs to go in there. There we go. I probably should zoom you in. Some of you complain you're not close enough, so you say you can't see what's going on. Apologies for that. I do forget sometimes. I get excited, you know what I mean? I get excited, I do things, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to do that. And last time they moaned about that, and whatever. Do I give an uncle's monkey? No is the answer. Let's undo that a little bit more. We should. Why won't that go in there? It should go in there. Unless they're a different size. It shouldn't be a different size. They should be exactly the same. That should just slot straight in there. There we go. I knew it would. Alright. Now, I'm just going to put this in a rough place, because obviously we can adjust it when we adjust the brakes. Because the length that goes in there will alter how the brakes work. It's very important to remember that. A lot of people don't realise things like that when they, set up brakes and other stuff. All that kind of stuff. It does have an effect. There's more than one adjustment for brakes. Same as throttle and all that kind of stuff. There's more than one adjustment for it all. So you need to bear that in mind. Nice new threads. There we go, that's like that. I I haven't got to hold that anymore, which is good news. It's raining a lot outside. There's a severe weather warning for rain, flooding and wind, but luckily that's in Scotland, and with us being, oh bloody hell, we're leaking that nitro, look. With us being nowhere near Scotland, it's got quite a lot left in there, hasn't it, eh? What a dickhead. With us being nowhere near Scotland, hopefully it won't affect us. Let's take that off of there, put that in there, that's a good idea. Right, I'm glad I'm smart. I'm only joking. Got a bit of a leakage, look, let me zoom you out. The nitro was going everywhere, look, so coming out of the tank it was. Right. Mop that up with a bit of toilet paper. Lovely. I'll tell you what we'll also do while we're here. We'll mop that up in there in a minute, but we'll wait a minute for that. Right, so now we shouldn't be leaking. Let's do the rest of these up. That goes in there. What was I saying? Yeah, with us being all the way down south, and Scotland being all the way up north, it shouldn't hopefully affect us. I mean, we're getting a lot of rain. It's raining a lot at the minute, but shouldn't affect us too much. Shouldn't affect us. I was thinking about taking this Carnage and the other one out on Sunday morning. I might take it to work on Sunday morning and take my daughter, and you know, she can pick which one, if she wants this one or if she wants the other one, and we'll just have a little bit of a blast around, and I'll take you lot along with us, you know. But the trouble is, with all this rain, more leaked out. With all this rain, is, you know, where I work, it's all mud and sand. It's basically a beach. It is basically just a beach. So yeah, it's all just going to be, everything's going to get absolutely drenched and covered in mud and sand and all sorts. So I might not do that yet, but I might go. There's plenty of car parks and all that other stuff nearby, you know. I could just go down there. Right, let's mop this up. We've got a load of dirt in here, so I'm not going to do a massive clean of it. Just gonna do that sort of thing. I might get the old brake cleaner in there actually. Try and blast it. I might get the air on it. So I get the air on it. Let me just start up the compressor and we'll blow it away with a bit of air. I changed my mind. Can't be bothered to do any of that. This battery's running out of camera anyway, so got to hurry up. Don't want to have to go and get the bloody charger. Right, so we got new bell end. There it is. Genuine FTX part. Not too expensive. Not as expensive as the ones that you would find from other manufacturers. Quality probably arguable, but let's see. Let's take this off. Now, there may or may not be an issue, but we'll find out. And I know where some of you are probably already thinking it and probably about to write yourself a little comment or something. Please do write comments. I like it when you like write comments. Oh, that's good. The inner bearing stayed on. Yeah, we shouldn't have an issue. Happy days. We might do still, but I don't know yet. Interesting. Oh, ticket. Oh, still got the wrong one. I think we are going to have an issue. Right, let me just turn that music off. I had a little bit of an issue where, so with this bell, it's not a problem for me, but I'll explain it to you lot in case you're going to do the same thing. I don't know why, you think they'd make it so they do fit, but they don't, so. I know there is a 2-speed clutch, but the clutch ain't the problem. So, because with this bell, the crank and everything's long enough, so you got the bearings there and that little one washer, and you do it up and there's a little bit of play and it spins freely. But with this one, the bolt and the washer clamp the bearing and the bell down too much, and you don't get any free play. So what I've done was I took this over to the drill press, got a drill bit that was exactly the same diameter as this hole, drilled it down up a little bit more, took a bit of material out of it, and so now it's flush with the top of the crank. And when I put that on, it can still go a little bit more really, because it don't really spin freely. It's supposed to spin freely, but it doesn't. But I think that'll be alright. I'm going to run it. If it wears out, it wears out. I mean, I'm not going to mess around with it for fucking ages. So, let me clear out all these washers and stuff. We'll put the engine back in. And yeah, happy days. So, yeah, sweet.
Small talk with your narcissistic neighbor. She's real hot, but they said to never date her. I agree, but you did and I hate her. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, no, see you later. Sometimes I just wanna be a hater. Gotta wash down the top 40s with a chaser. Your voice starts feeling like a waiter, scraping my mind against a cheese grater. Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger.
Right, before this camera runs out of battery system, let's let's fire it up. The car, I mean, obviously, and we'll see if we can get it to change into second gear, you know, on the bench, just for fun. I wouldn't usually do that, but seeing as you lot are here, thought might as well. I need to put a bit more fuel in it. I've got here. I think this is 25% racing fuel, but that'll do the same job. You lot are all mad, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, you can't use that fuel in there. You can't use that fuel in... What? You can use any fuel you bloody well want. It ain't gonna matter nothing. I don't care what anybody says. I've been doing it for 20 years. I know you can use any fuel. Just because it says racing, don't mean you can't use it if you ain't racing. I know ready to run fuel is more oily and racing fuel is less oily because you've got to get more RPMs and all that, but Jesus, man. Right. I mean, if you wanted to, just run it on jammy Dodgers. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna matter, is it? Just put this exhaust thing on first. I think it's that one. Blimey, man. Jeez. Alright. Here we go. Someone said in a comment that the exhaust is too close to the fuel tank. Well, it is absolutely not. That'll be completely fine. Stop worrying. Right. She's flooded. Brilliant. We'll get there, you lot, we'll get there. I've got a funny feeling we're going to get quite a lot of screeching and funny noises coming out of this. There was a lot of fuel in there. Burning off now though. Now she's getting hot. Well, I'll tell you what I do need. A decent bloody sponger. And I also need a decent set of bloody Allen keys. Anyway. Put that back in there, lovely. Right. Let's fire it up. We're going to get a lot of screeching I think because that's a bit tight, that bell end. Looks like we might not be able to get away with that after all. Thought we wouldn't be able to. But obviously I don't think we will. We'll see. I was hoping we'd be able to get away without getting that, because it's out of stock. They do it the 2-speed clutch. Don't know what the hell that's all about, to be honest. But they do a 2-speed clutch, and I thought, well, it's out of stock. Everywhere's out of stock for some reason. Wheelspin ain't got it. Nowhere's got it. Even FTX ain't got it. So I thought to myself, well, we'll just do it without it. But maybe we won't be able to. Let's raise it up off the ground a little bit. A little bit, I tell you. And maybe nothing to put it on, have I? What can I put it on? Might go on this one. There we go. Happy days. Oh, sweet. Put it on there, look. Right. I reckon we might better get away with it. Oh man, that nitro proper gets up your nose, man. Whew. We might better get. Oh, what's happened to you? What? Well, I reckon that's new bearing time. Anyway, this battery's going to run out. The camera's going to run out of battery in a minute. Yes, man. This camera's going to run out of battery in a minute, so I'm going to have to end this here. But at least we've got the 2-speed gearbox in. We've got a 2-speed gearbox. We have got a 2-speed bell. There's a problem there somewhere. I know a lot of you are probably shouting, well, you can't do it. But I don't give an uncle's monkey, right? If I can make it work, I'll make it work. They didn't have the 2-speed clutch thingamajig, what they reckoned what is in their bollocks, in stock. So couldn't get it anyway. But that's alright. On Sunday, whether this works or not, we're going out. And even if I can't let it stop, if I just have to start it and throw it and we just drive around and it won't stop, we're still going to do it. So I'll catch you then. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching. Treat everybody equally, treat everybody the same, look after each other, and we'll all have a happy life. And don't forget, I fixed it. Easy. All I had to do is throw it up on the floor, rev it up quite high. The clutch smoked quite a lot, but now it's fine. It's going to run out of fuel. That's all I had to do, is put it on the floor, start it up, rev it and hold it still. Obviously the clutch was too close to the bell for some reason or another. That's probably why I do a 2-speed clutch, probably different. You probably can't run a 3-shoe, I don't know, I don't give an uncle's monkey. Anyway, the clutch smoked a lot, burnt a lot of the clutch off, but now she's fine. She'll tick over on the ground, she won't do that noise, and when you rev it up to move, it'll still move. If that clutch is burnt out, which I highly doubt it is, but I've got one here. I've got 3-shoe one here. Oh no, they're different. What have I got here? I've got an MP9 clutch here. Got an MP9 clutch. What else have we got? Another 2-shoe clutch. Another 2-shoe clutch. The only thing I haven't got, oh look, some filters. The only thing I haven't got is a oh, the clutch springs. The only thing I haven't got is a 2-shoe flywheel. Got plenty of 2-shoe clutches, but no flywheels. No, I don't need a 2-shoe. I can just put that on there. Look. That's a 3-shoe clutch. That'll probably fit. Aluminium one. But the one that's on it's a plastic clutch. But it'll be fine. If anybody starts panicking about stuff like that, they need to have a rethink about what their life's all about. I'm going to say bye again now. And don't forget.
You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. No